Welcome to the 2025 Thingies Awards. What up, everybody? Welcome to the IAG Thursday thing. This thing that we do every Thursday most of the time, especially when the deck wants to cooperate and we're not having the worst of technical difficulties. But then again, it wouldn't be the IAG Thursday thing if we weren't. So this week we are not joined by Warranty. He's off being an adult again. Poor Warranty. Usual partner in crime, but lately it seems like Jordan has basically turned into the co-host of this anyway. So my current partner in crime, producer Jordan, how you doing, buddy?
Not too shabby. I don't think I told you this, but everyone in the live chat already knows because you were away at the time. My back surgery finally got approved.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They pretty much finally said, we can't keep pumping you full of different types of drugs and PT's not helping. So it must be the disc in your back causing all your problems. And we needed to cut some of it out. I'm like, well, that's crazy. Been trying to explain that for months now.
That's wild. I only told you that forever ago.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's great news. Do you know when that's going to happen? How long you're going to be out for when they do it and all that noise?
No, not yet. I went to go schedule it, but of course, when I went to go schedule it, their system was down and they could not schedule it.
The system is down.
And I'm going to schedule it after our trip.
Yeah, I was about to say it can't be the 21st because we're going to buy a bug eye, boys.
Hell yeah.
We will talk about that here in a hot sec. I also want to thank Randy. Randy, you slayed it on the thumbnail this week. Absolutely killed it.
Thumbnail.
I wish it like we did this a couple weeks ago because hands down it would have won thumbnail of the year. So it just, we're in 2026, not 2025. But I got a hard time believing we're going to find anything that beats that. Good luck in trying to beat your own work, Randy.
Yeah, no, that thumbnail is insane.
It's so good. It's so good.
It is.
So right now, the clear winner for thumbnail of the year is the 2025 Thingies Award thumbnail. So it's really good and great job on that one. So this week, we did this last year and I had a lot of fun with it and we only did like a couple of categories and I kind of wanted to make it a whole show. So this year we are making it a whole show and we're doing the Thingy Awards. And I'm hoping you put some music right here.
I'll add music.
Yeah, we'll get some really shitty applause going. There we go. Either way, the Thingy Awards. Basically, this is just a bunch of bullshit for the most part, but it's just kind of a reflection of the year with the podcast. Some of the podcasts that stuck out to me, some things on the podcast, stuff that has happened this year that I just think is fun to talk about. Just basically podcast-oriented stuff. This is for the fans, okay? And people have been listening a bunch, and I think that some of these should be a lot of fun. Some of them are purely based on numbers. Some of them are purely based on my own personal thoughts. Some of them are just based on because it's what I felt like putting at the time. Okay, so don't take any of this too seriously, but I don't know. I thought some of it was pretty fun. So, I mean, the first category, I'm just going to keep this one real simple. This is strictly based on numbers, and it is the most played episode of the year. Okay. This one is again, just flat, super simple, based totally on numbers. And I only did a top 3 for this one. Okay. You want to care to venture a guess, Jordan?
So I think we mentioned the most viewed for this year already earlier, like a few weeks ago.
We were talking about like the recap dealy. So I'm pretty sure it hasn't changed
for the life
much
of me.
then.
I cannot think of it off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
And to be honest, they all blend together since I edit all of them.
That's true. That's fair. And I bet you have a hard time knowing which one was even this year, because I was surprised at how far back we went this year. Okay.
Yeah,
So the most played
I'm
number
gonna say
3.
I'm gonna say it's Turbo for Dummies, huh?
Number 3, episode 73, Catching Up with Micah McMahon, which was an awesome episode. If you guys have not listened to that, Micah's got some background in Formula One, where he was basically just a Subaru bro who ended up helping with engines in Formula One. Like, it is a crazy unhinged episode. You definitely have to listen to it. It's nuts. If you haven't listened to it, definitely check it out. Just super cool. Number 2, tuner terms. This is like terms your tuner uses and what do they actually mean. This was a great one. We had Graham on. We had Graham on a bunch this year. He explained all sorts of stuff, but we had Graham on for this. And basically what I did is I just fired terms at him and made him explain in basic concepts. Terms that we all should know, but I don't think a lot of people really understand what they're even asking. Or sometimes tuners say stuff and you have no idea what they're talking when they're talking about timing, when they're talking about,
yeah, it just like goes over your head.
Like, what does this actually mean? You know, if he says 10 degrees of timing, what does that mean? You know, so this, if that was a great episode for people trying to understand those terms, and there is a ton of terms in there, and it's broke down super simple. And again, if you haven't listened to that, highly recommend it. That's episode 96, tuner terms. Okay. Now that doesn't mean that's just the most listened to episode of last year. We still have a ton of episodes. We were only talking about 2025 here. Okay. And then number 1, episode 67, Turbos for Dummies. Turbos for Dummies.
Hey, I was right.
It was such a good episode, and it's because I can turn around and reference it to people. And I think that's a really big reason a lot of people have listened to it, is because not just myself, but other shops and stuff like that have pointed people at this. And I always wanted it to be something that you could give to somebody who is new with turbochargers, and maybe it give them a better explanation on how stuff works. Okay. It was really good. Serapin Wolf even said, because you can share it to non-Subaru people too, and that's the truth. It's just turbo terminology in general. There's a lot of these episodes, tuner terms and Turbos for Dummies are 2 prime examples. The reason we make these episodes are repeated questions from customers that I'm getting, that like I'm going, there needs to be a resource for this, so we build a resource for it. And then I can just forward them this. I'm like, hey man, listen to this. And what's really funny is a lot of those people become longtime listeners of the podcast, and it's super cool. And I've even seen it where people call. I have never talked to these people before, but you can tell that A, they know they're talking to me, and B, they're going out of their way to make sure they're using the correct terms, which warms my heart. So they're using lag properly and boost threshold properly, and that one really warmed my heart. It was really good. So
it was an extremely good episode.
That was a great episode. Nominees for favorite episode of the year are episode 67, Turbos for Dummies. Okay. Episode 96, tuner terms. Imagine that.
No, it's crazy.
All right. Episode 102, Tail of the Dragon 2025, because Warranty finally started to understand what the hell he built. It was great.
That is very true.
It was great. Episode 72, which is Dewey versus AI. That one was a lot of fun.
That was good.
Okay, that was a great
It was
one.
fun. It was fun to mess around with. Yeah.
And then episode 94, Ask Dylan. Mostly because I just didn't have to run that show whatsoever. Dylan just talked the whole time and it was great.
And it was great to see the other side of Boogie, not just the
Sure.
driver standpoint.
It was
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. Plus, it was cool to have the listeners be able to chat with Dylan and just pick his brain about how he got to where he was at and all that. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So the winner of favorite podcast of the year is none of those. It's actually episode 100. That was freaking crazy, dude. I mean, how can it not be hanging on a couch at a track with Nick from Subi Mods and Bucky freaking Lassick? Okay, like it was nuts. It didn't even make sense. Like
it didn't. It was funny
having this conversation with people. I tell people this, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that happened."
Yeah. It was such a fun episode to shoot or to record because we're out at the track, out in this wonderful atmosphere that grid life is, and pit race. Everyone's moods was just super high because everyone was excited to be at pit race for the final time.
Yep.
And we just shot the shit. Like it didn't. None of us it wasn't like Bucky was someone out of the realm of
Bucky
who you could talk to. We just sat there and shot the shit. It was great.
He felt like I knew Bucky when I met Bucky earlier in the year. Okay, I was worried Bucky was gonna have this kind of celebrity-esque vibe to him. You know what I mean? And he isn't that whatsoever. And I've talked to him a few times. And the thing is, when you meet him at a Subi event, which is an awesome place to meet him, by the way, he's working, okay? And to a certain degree, he's got a job to do when he's at a Grid Life event, but he's got a lot to do in a very short period of time at a Subi events, like a Boxer Fest or a Wicked Big Meat.
Yeah, it's very, very time crunched event.
This is not time crunched at all. And you realize Bucky he is a Subaru enthusiast. He is just super chill. Great dude to hang out with. Awesome guy. We even went to dinner with him. God, that dinner was funny. It was awful.
And
it actually kind of made it better. It's memorable because it was so bad.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Yep.
It was funny because you asked me earlier, hey, what's your your favorite, guest or your favorite episodes? And I'm like, I have to I want to say 100 with hanging out with Bucky. I'm like, but I feel like that's too cheesy because he's kind of a celebrity.
Dude,
he is a celebrity.
But the episode was cool. You know what I mean?
It was. It
even
was so
if it
fun.
was anybody else, okay. Take Bucky out of it and stick anybody else in that spot. That episode still would have been a banger.
It would have been. It was the atmosphere that really tied it together.
Yep.
It was a great episode.
The other one that is a lot like that was the one we did in Atlanta, which was really good too. But I think our moods were a little different at that.
We were grouchy at Atlanta, and just for multiple reasons.
Oh my god, dude, what a clusterfuck Atlanta was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going back this year, and it will not be a clusterfuck. I refuse.
It will not be.
So
right mindset. Right mindset. It will not be a clusterfuck.
Will not be a clusterfuck.
Yeah. Goes. He's like, I had a great time in Atlanta.
So,
it was your first event, wasn't it? Or your second event?
Second event. And the car was doing some weird stuff. It was the first event with the sequential.
Yeah.
Just getting there was nuts. The story behind it was nuts, but we were.
I'm talking about for Forklift. Was that his first event?
Oh, Forklift. Yeah, that was his first event.
Yeah.
Forklift, my guy. Number 5. Which is what it was supposed to be, but now it's 3. The category is fails of the year. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. The the nominees are Jordan's back.
I fucking saw that one coming.
Tariffs. Tariffs were a huge pain in the ass. We've heard a lot about Jordan's back, but I got to be real.
Yes.
Tariffs wreaked havoc in this industry. Prices have gone up everywhere. I actually got yelled at today about it, and it's the reason fails of the year is even on here. This guy's like, this part is so much more expensive now. I've been watching for a while. Why is it so expensive? Well, because it comes from Australia, and tariffs are insane between here and there right now for whatever reason, because I guess we hate Australians. Sorry, guys. I love you to pieces. It is not me running this thing. Tariffs. It just sucks, and like prices did go up. It is actually what happens when you tariff something. There's no way a company can eat like a 50% tariff. You can't do it.
Oh yeah, that's atrocious. Yeah.
All right. One more nominee. Our upload schedule. We've been shit. Oh my God. We started really strong. We're like, dude, we're going to nail every single week. And we got to late in the season. We got to like September and we just fell apart. We had a couple where we went like 3
really
weeks
for a very long time.
And then we'd be good for another couple weeks. And then we'd miss one. And then then I screwed up on Christmas, and I got to be real. I'm just going to throw this apology out there now. We're going to do our damnedest to do better next year, but we're trying. Okay. We're trying. We might not always be able to be live, but we're definitely going to try a little harder. All right.
Yeah.
And the winner is none of these. It's actually BMW engines.
There's a good one. What was that? A pit race? Yeah.
That was one of them. Okay. And then Jamie ate one.
Jamie ate one.
Yep. And then Mid-Ohio, also another BMW engine ate it inside of a Supra. So 2 Supra engines and 1 BMW engine to Boogie's single engine this year that was just fine the whole year. So
that was the same Supra though, wasn't it?
It was the same Supra, 2 engines and 2 different drivers.
2 engines.
So
I know. That's crazy. That's funny though. That's just what makes it. I don't know. I find that funnier.
Look, man, I'm just saying. BMW engines, you won. Yeah, that was that blew my mind. But I thought it was funny because I keep getting told this is like God's engine, and I'm not hearing it. All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I ain't seeing it.
Props to being the most reliable street mod car this year, Dewey.
Right? All right. We're going to do guess of the year. Okay?
Yep.
We got a whole heap of these. Some of these were special guests. Some of them been in and out. These were all great. Okay? These were all awesome. They came on at different times. Number 1, Mary from All Wheel Drive Tuning. She was actually on quite a few different episodes. She talked about her first Grid Life event she went to, some M-Tron stuff. She's been popping in and out here and there. Mary's been great. So Mary from All Wheel Drive Tuning definitely deserves a nomination for Guest of the Year. Another nomination, next nominee, Max Gorley. Max was great. He's somebody I've actually wanted to get on here for a while. He hit me up and he was like, yo, I want to do the podcast. And I'm like, sweet. I really need somebody this week. So you want to do this right now? And he's like, absolutely. And he was great. I thought the story was great. and he's a great dude, and he had a pretty good story to tell, and I thought it was a
That
lot
was
of
also
fun.
a great episode too. I loved listening to it when I was
Yeah,
editing
yeah,
it.
it was fun,
Yeah.
right? Kind of see a different view of some stuff. Um, Next one, and he's not going to get enough credit because I don't think people realize how much he contributed to the show. Okay. This year he put in a lot to this show. He took out a lot of time out of his own schedule to come on quite a bit, and it was huge. But that was Graham at Boosted Performance Tuning. um like straight up hats off to Graham, because he brought a lot of really great technical knowledge to the show this year, and a lot of it was 100% on my request. It wasn't like he had some idea for the show we wanted to do. It was, I went to him and I'm like, hey man, can you cut some time out to do this? Every single time he was right there, and that was awesome, and he's doing that for the community. So Graham, always awesome. Nick from Subi Mods, I thought he was great when we had him on the This Could Change Everything episode. Nick is one of the, I don't run into very many people in the industry anymore. I don't want to take, there's plenty of Subaru enthusiasts out there, but the industry's gotten old enough to where some of the industry is owned by people who are kind of over it. You know what I mean? It's become more of a business for them than it is like an enthusiast side thing. And
Like
Nick
a
is,
hobby.
yeah, like Nick is still a massive Subaru enthusiast, and it was super cool to have him on and see how pumped up he was to help sponsor and Grid Life and do all sorts of, like, he really brought he brought Subi Mods and his brand and his enthusiasm to Grid Life in a way that honestly I don't think anybody else has from the Subaru community standpoint, including us. I'll just be straight up and say it, like, they went all in, and sounds like the rumors are they're going all in again next year. I'm
That'd be
interested
cool.
to see
Hell
who
yeah.
won the flat four showdown thing.
Showdown.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know who won it. I think that, I don't know if that's out yet or not. I would like to
So
see.
they will be doing it again too this following year.
I think they're doing something like that, but there needs to be
Yeah, they're gonna change it up a bit.
it
They're
needs to get
changing. He
changed
said
up.
Nick already said he was changing it a little
But
bit.
they kind of like formulated that at the last second, so they didn't have a really great. I think we need to, again, like, I could talk about Nick all day. I think they got a great start this year. Okay, they really set the tone, and Nick was great. Brian from iWire was awesome. He is a super OG in the community. We had him on for an episode, and it was really cool to talk to him about a bunch of OG Subaru stuff. And it was, we had a lot of fun. Brian from iWire was a really good time. He's got some really cool new product, but a lot was changing with how iWire goes about stuff. But talking to him about older swap stuff and where he came from, and just a lot, it was a lot of fun. It was really enlightening. I had a great time with that. We got to talk about Bucky. I mean, Bucky was great to have on. I wish we could have talked more about Bucky and his like role with Subaru and how he got into all that. And I still want to bring him on to do that. I think that's the biggest reason he didn't win guest of the year. I'm just going to let you know Bucky didn't win, but he was a super sick guest to have on. I want to bring him on a very much him podcast. And
him level, it'd be great. It just kind of worked out. We just did it as a group instead for the 100th episode.
Yep. And then Micah McMahon. Yeah, dude, that was insane. Dude did Formula One. Like, and not only that, like, if you've been around the Subaru community for long enough, you have talked to Micah. Plus, I think he was one of the only people who has beat me in a member number. So like he's as OG as they come. So
I'm pretty sure he is the only one.
He's a beast, man. Micah's super cool, and I was hyped to have him on, and I hope to have him on again someday too, because he was awesome. So the winner of Guest of the Year is Ocho the cat. The cat one. Okay, I mean, let's be real. That's what everybody's here for.
I was gonna say, I'm like, hey, this motherfucker about to say it's none of these.
Yeah,
It's the cat.
It's the cat. The damn cat won the whole thing.
Where's the cat? Are you gonna bring him up?
I don't know where he went. He was around here and now
Gone.
he's not.
Ocho's gone.
Ocho does what he wants to
Told
do.
you should have locked him in the room.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a cat door. He's gonna get out no matter what.
Put a box in front of it. They'll play with the box instead.
Rules are meant to be broken. This is my award show. I do it my way.
That's fair.
Storylines of the year. These are storylines that transcended through episodes and were talked about the entire year. Or at least for more than one episode. And there's quite a few of these, and if you're a longtime listener, this is more for the listeners than anybody. But it's just, you know, this is what it was. We had these stories, and they went for transcended anything that was going on. These storylines were what we were talking about. So the nominees are Warranties Coilovers. Because, good God, was that a fucking odyssey? And I don't think we're even close to done yet, so be prepared. We're probably going to hear more about Warranties Coilovers. All right. Next nominee, the Grid Life Street Mod Track Battle Championship. Obviously, that was a topic on many of our episodes. There's no getting around that this wasn't some massive storyline. It's what encompasses a massive portion of my life, Dylan's life, Jordan's life, Graham's life, and basically anybody who is within my sphere in any way. You're getting sucked into this in one way or another.
Yep.
Maryland Deer popping hood pins, all sorts of shit. So, next nominee, Jordan's back.
Hey, he made an appearance again.
Jordan's back. His storyline, I tell you what, he started out all right, and then he had big plans driving Dolly all year, and then he couldn't stand up. So
yeah, for literally, I think it was like 6 months. I was like pretty much bedridden, like totally couldn't do anything.
Yep,
it sucked.
It was rough.
Right, we
man.
talked enough about it. Yep.
Because rough times. So and the next nominee, Dewey's Bug Eye Obsession. Okay. I mean, this is kind of a
obsession here.
Late in the year thing, but I just can't stop talking about bug eyes, and it isn't going to quit. The 21st, Jordan and I already have plane tickets. We're going to buy this damn thing. We're getting a World Rally Blue. Basically 04 STI entirety swapped bug eye. The whole damn thing. Drivetrain, steering rack, wiring harness, all of it. The entire thing is swapped into a World Rally Blue bug eye. Pretty excited about it. We're flying all the way to Oregon. Fucking Oregon, dude. Jesus,
it's a far trip.
God, it's gonna be rough.
Long.
Yep, we're gonna have a good time.
Just a straight line is 30 hours back home, bud.
That's back home to my house, which is in Tennessee, not his house. And
yes, not my house. That's another
Ohio.
8 hours back to my house.
Ohio. All right.
Ohio.
All right, and the winner, storyline of the year, is Ocho the cat. I mean, let's be real. Like, the damn cat, like, became the center of everything for like 3 or 4 weeks. Are we going to keep the cat or not? How's the cat doing? Is he putting on weight? What are we doing with the damn cat?
Not to mention, the cat just showed up out of fucking nowhere.
Like, literally just started meowing in my damn garage one day while I was on the podcast. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so, yeah, I went and you know, the
Fostered a cat.
the podcast is the reason the chat, you guys are the reason I kept the cat, because you guys talked me into it. My wife was pissed. Like, we do not need another cat, but he's a
Hey, at
good
least
cat.
this one's an outdoor cat for the
He's an
most part,
outdoor
right?
cat. I haven't changed a single
Yeah.
litter box. He did get locked in once, and that's why there's a door on the thing now, but he got locked in, so I had to it got pretty nasty in here because I was gone for a weekend and it was gross when I got in here. It took me a
I'm
long
sure.
time to clean this thing out, but
Ugh.
Ocho the cat.
I could smell it through the camera right now.
So bad, dude. It was rancid. Rancid. Nobody needs that in their life. All right. This is a big one, especially for those in the chat. All right. Those in the chat. Live listener of the year. Okay. Live listener of the year. And this is for all sorts of different reasons. All right. Some of you guys are always in here. It's incredible. I don't know how you find the time. It's nuts. Okay. Some of them I want to punch you sometimes, but I love you. And it's actually incredible how much some of you guys are in here. Like, it's mind-blowing. But
not only in the audience, but like interacting with each other almost every
interacting
episode.
in you guys, this is the support crew. Okay. So you guys have been great. So first, Mary from All Wheel Drive. I mean, there's no getting around. Mary was in a huge amount of these episodes. We even pulled her on stage quite a few times. Mary was awesome. So Mary was in a bunch of these. Next nominee is Greg with Cosmic. He was in a huge amount of these also. Again, notice I'm talking about shops, which is crazy because they're taking the time out of their day to listen actively and answer questions in the chat, which is also really cool. Next one, Josh Aldrich. He's always in here, and sometimes he answers questions. Sometimes I want to knock him in the head. But he's always in here, and he is contributing, and he's getting there, and there's no saying he's not. So next one, Steph FSTI, always in here. Doesn't say a whole lot, but is almost always in here. Almost always in here.
I see him chatting every once in a while with everybody too.
In here all the damn time. Okay. Next, Corey K. Like, all the time. Like, I see that stupid cat thing all the time. Corey is always in here. Again, doesn't say a whole lot, but he's always in here. Mr. The Adam Wood. Again, always in here and answers quite a few questions in the chat. It's really helpful. Sometimes I can't get to certain things, but he's almost always in here. It's great. Trevor, not bad. Always in here. Misses almost never. And we love having you here. You don't say a whole lot, but we love you being here. And the winner. Okay. I'm just going to throw this out here. It is just flat out the winner. The winner. Serapin Wolf. I mean, how can it not be? I mean, the dude, he beats me in to these things before I even get here. He's here before I am. He's always waiting. He's here the entire time. He's always answering questions. It has to be him, and he's huge for this community, and we love you being here, man. So you get live listener of the year, bro. You've won exactly nothing because we're broke.
We have no funding.
Yes, we are broke.
Funding went to the deck.
Yes, it's all right here, which we got like 2 years ago, and that's all the funding we're allowed to have. That's it. Thumbnail of the year. Thumbnail of the year.
We can't use the one.
We cannot use this one. And I gotta be real.
Cannot use this one.
This thumbnail beats all of them. No offense to the rest of the thumbnails, but this is the best thumbnail. It just is. I'm sorry. It's so good, it's absurd. So the nominees are episode 100, which is kind of like a side pick of all of the cars that was actually taken by my boy Ryan over at Subi Mods, where we lined up in the hot pits at Pit Race with all of the Subi Mod cars, and it was just a great picture. Like, I gotta be real, the picture was phenomenal, and I just love the picture so much. We used it as a thumbnail, and episode 100 was probably our biggest episode, to be perfectly honest, and the picture lived up to it, so it was great. Episode 87, Brian with Eyewire. His stupid face, it's so funny. I don't know why, I just love it. So that's just a personal favorite of mine. I think the Brian and Eyewire thumbnail is great. All right. Number 72, Dewey versus AI. So Randy basically had me take a picture in front of a green screen looking like I was trying to fight a Mortal Kombat character, so it looked like this. It was Cyrix, the Mortal Kombat character. So like a robot from Mortal Kombat, which kind of fit because it was AI and all that. And it was funny. I thought it was really good and inventive, and I think Randy killed it on that one. And the winner of thumbnail of the year is Turbos for Dummies. I mean, dude, it's so simple, but it's so good, and it's so effective.
It gets the point across. It looks good.
It looks good. It really explains what this is. Turbos for Dummies is so good. Episode 67, just hands down, it was so good. Randy absolutely killed it. It looks official to the point where I'm almost worried we're gonna get I'm worried we're going to get sued. Okay, it's that good. I love it. Good job, Randy. All right, top additions to the Time Attack program. So since we do so much Time Attack conversation on here, we added a whole bunch of stuff to the car. Okay, and there's a lot of stuff. The program changed a lot. We got a lot better at what we were doing, and some great things came of it. So these are the nominees for top additions to the Time Attack program. First off, power steering pump. This was huge. Okay. Being able to just know power steering people don't realize how long we were fighting with this damn power steering pump. It was Road America the year before is when it started to go to shit.
It's been a long time.
It was a serious problem. And then it translated even further into this season. It was rough, and we tried all sorts of shit to make it work. After it finally worked, it was fantastic. That power steering pump just killed it. We it was actually our boy Sam at Dialed In that gave us this pump, like pointed us in the direction of this pump, and it's nothing fancy, just an eBay pump, but it works really well. So no, we ended up tossing the Volvo pump, Josh. We got this straight up from if you need the link to it, let me know, but I recommend. I cannot vouch for the long-term reliability of this pump, but I can say when it is working, it is awesome. I don't know how long it's going to last us, so we got 2 of them. I highly recommend you get 2 of them, because if it fails, it's not like you can just run down AutoZone and get one. So, but my understanding is it's basically a rebuilt or backwards engineered or something Porsche Cup car pump. And it's really good. It's really good. Highly recommend it. Next thing, sequential trans. I mean, This was massive. Like not having to not having to heel toe while downshifting, being able to grab a gear mid corner. It made data more consistent, made shifts more consistent. I can count on zero hands how many times I had a miss shift this year. It was fantastic. Okay. It was kind of a bitch to get together and get set up, but thanks to Graham and him knowing how to work with Mtron and him messing around with his own and then messing around with ours and getting it all together, it actually worked out really well. We got told by a pile of people that we were going to have nothing but issues with this and it was never going to work out. And the only problem we had throughout the year actually has to do with the shifter and not the gear set itself, the actual physical shifter and the sensor, the load cell in it. If it gets some heat to it, it starts acting up. We're going to figure that out for next season. But I tell you what, it was great. And it actually took a lot of problems off the table for us, which was awesome. The big thing that it took off the table more than anything was it like mid corner, we can grab a gear and not have to worry about it that much. There wasn't a ton of time on the table, but it was just the consistency of knowing it's going to go into gear was killer. So it was absolutely massive. Yeah. And I mean, hopefully I'm not ripping it out of the car again this year. Like the shifter tried to exit stage left multiple times and that was always fun.
Pull the lever out.
Look, I'm a gorilla. I don't know what you want. So next nominee, fire laps / our use of data. Huge. We finally started taking data a lot more seriously and immediately started winning when we did it. It literally was a light switch. Okay.
The whiteboard should also be part of that.
Well, it's a part of data, the whiteboard, all that. We're going to get you, you stay there. But he's right. The whiteboard should definitely be a part of that. It was just our approach to data drastically changed and it paid immediate dividends the second we started taking it more seriously. So it was huge. Okay. So the winner of additions to the Time Attack program, the top additions to the Time Attack program are none of those at all. It was forklift, 100%. I don't know how it could be anybody else. I mean,
yeah, 100%.
dude,
I saw that coming.
How could
Forklift.
Yeah, forklift is here to accept
Forklift.
his.
I feel so honored right now.
I mean, dude, you won. You won a thingy.
I got a thingy. How awesome is this?
It's the greatest honor of your life.
There is no physical thingy.
Yeah,
we'll mail it to you in 45 to 65 business days.
Yes.
That's not bad.
Yes. You won a thingy, but again, like massive, dude. You took off so much lift of the bullshit of trying to get to these events that it allowed Dylan and myself even to be able to do. You've only made it to like, I think you only made it to two events. Okay. But the rest of the season, you had such a giant impact. I don't think you even understand how much weight you took off of us. You cannot comprehend it.
I beat Graham one time to Mid Ohio. I beat everybody, actually. I was the first one there. And honestly, if it wasn't for forklift, I don't think that would have happened because
in my defense, I was crippled.
You don't count. You're
only an hour away from
You're crippled.
Yeah, you don't count. Anyways, like I was saying, now that you kind of have been through the rodeo and you see what's going on, take yourself out of the equation and then put everything kind of in my shoes where I have to work on the car, late hours, stuff like that. And then also try to organize everything, clean everything, get everything packed on top of that. Well, now with your help, it's,
it's a shit show getting everything together.
Oh, it's fun.
And then trying to leave on time and everything else.
Yeah, trailer maintenance sometimes, the lack of oversight now is really nice. So yeah, the addition to the time attack program this year thingy definitely goes to you. Um,
Well, thanks, buddies.
Oh, dude, you're the best. So what are you gonna do now that you want a thingy?
You know what? I'm gonna go on vacation now tomorrow. I'm gonna take off work, celebrate. I'm
You
gonna get
should.
trashy night now.
I want you to. I want you to at least have a beer. Okay, have a beer in honor of your thingy.
Well, I'm
One of the
still
most
American, so
prestigious
I'm
awards
gonna
of
have
the
a
year.
beer.
Awesome. You guys are starting to mess around with your own podcast too, aren't you? A little bit. You got a little something going.
oh, hey, shout out, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we haven't done any live episodes, and we've been hit or miss with it, and I won't take up too much time with it. But Forklift and I have recorded, I think, 2 episodes fully now, and thanks to executive producer Jordan, he has also edited those. So I think the plan
We've
is
done
We've done.
2
And
podcasts, but we only have 1 good
he cut
episode.
off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
So the name of the
The other
podcast
one was a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Nope.
the name of the podcast is Beards, Beers, and Gears, and
I
we're
think it's
sticking
great.
with it.
I think it's.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
sticking
don't
with it.
screw with the
Great
name.
name.
I think it's great.
Love
I think
it.
it slays it.
Obviously, as 2 red bearded men who like drinking beer and talking about cars, we thought it was very appropriate. So thanks for the plug-in, and I'll let everyone know when we release our first episode. I'm just gonna put this out there. I hope y'all are sitting down when you listen to it, because you're gonna
It's
need
funny.
to.
It's pretty good.
I think episode 2 is gonna be better.
I-
I already have
I'm
the
hyped.
topics I'm excited about. to
You
talk
guys,
about.
you guys have a good, solid concept of what you're doing with that, so I'm pretty hyped. So, all
Yeah.
right,
Hood Zinnies.
next topic.
Oh my-
Next topic.
no.
Surprise of the year. Okay, surprise of the year. And the nominees are the IHRA buys Memphis International Raceway and Heartland.
Heartland's
Oh,
huge.
yeah,
I'm
that was massive.
Not on my bingo card at all.
I thought Heartland was gone. I thought it was flat,
Dude, I did
massive
too.
Walmart center.
I
gone,
thought
like,
MIR was, and that's right here near me. Like, it's
Yeah.
a dilapidated pile of shit, but they were actually there literally today doing some groundbreaking. And they're like, yeah, we're going to have to basically level it other than the pavement because all the buildings are trash. And they don't care. IHRA is throwing a ton of money into it. And the conversation, because I've already been in these, it's already sick that they're keeping both of these are drag strips and both of them have road courses on site. Okay. That's why the IHRA is buying them. But both of them have committed, or they have committed on both of these to keeping the road courses open. It's a part of their plan for this. So
Amazing.
Heartland is coming back and Memphis International is coming back, and that is huge. Absolutely huge. And Heartland for sure, because I still think that's the best time attack track in the country. It's the most balanced.
Yeah, it's center of the country,
Mm-hmm.
quite literally. And it's, I mean, dude, I literally thought the last time we were there was in 2023, and the rumors were going around that it was being sold or was sold and everything going on with it, and that the buyer was a Walmart
It happened.
center.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
flattened.
And so we were there. It's always somber, to go to the track, and then they're like, "Oh, this is the last time you're gonna be here because we're done." And so that kind of sucks. But I did not expect Heartland to be on the bingo card
That
for
was-
surprises.
Not on my bingo card in any way. And it's that was wild. That was absolutely wild. And what that opens up a lot of neat possibilities too, because I still think there should be a nationwide Subaru hullabaloo big ass event. And I don't think there's a better place in the country to put it because it's dead fucking center. There is no excuse for anybody from the East Coast or the West Coast to say they have to drive further than the other side. It's dead center. So I think it's sick. I'm hyped as hell. So all right. Next surprise, which kind of falls into this, pit race being bought out by some random like
Conglomerate.
data center which that came out of nowhere. They were actually already putting the schedule up for next year and all sorts of shit. There was contracts signed, all sorts of crap, and all of it just went right in the toilet. So
They put a ton of money into the facility the last few years too.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
came
they
over.
were still actively.
It was one of our favorite places to go, and then out of nowhere, they're just like, yeah, it's a data center now. So
I
that
never drove that kart track, and I'm upset.
it looked rowdy. So, yeah, I'm still bummed about that. We've talked about that a ton. Next one, Dolly the BRZ being crashed by my kid. This just happened. My BRZ is dead. My 17-year-old kid decided to go jump a hill with it and crash into somebody's front yard, basically destroying my BRZ. I've loaned this car to everybody. Okay. I've loaned it to Cal. And they took it across the country and beat the shit out of it. And I mean, when I say beat the shit out of it, there's 4 wheels in the air pictures, like beat the shit out of it. I loaned it to producer Jordan all season. He beat the shit out of it. I've had guys I had this whole group of veterans that would come in, and we used to do this at Heartland every year, where they would drive the beginner, intermediate, and advanced HPDE sessions, and then I would go out for the instructor session in it. So we would run all 4 of the HPDE sessions, and then Time Attack would go out, so I'd go drive that, and then it would give it just enough time to cool down and maybe put fuel in it. And by the time I came back, they're already running these sessions again. And we did that all weekend long, 3-day event, beating the hell out of this car. And that didn't kill it. Okay. Nope. Loan it to my kid for one night and he decides to go jump a hill and it's destroyed. So
I also beat you in HPDE
You
with that car too.
you did.
Yep. So
God, we had such a good time that event. Fuck,
that was a
time.
great weekend.
Well, that was a great weekend. Honestly, pit race.
I wanted to rent that car this year.
And I'm sorry, man.
Well, you're not going to now.
You're not going to now.
I know you're down to like 3 BMWs, so
yeah. No,
maybe-
I just want to throw this out here so
I'm not
people
my last BMW.
aren't freaking out. My kid's fine, or I wouldn't even be having this conversation. He got a little bit of
He was
whiplash out of
fine.
it, but he was
he was fine after the crash.
yeah, he limped it back like with a tire off the rim and all sorts of shit. Like he scraped the
geez.
bastard home. So
Kind of proud of him on that one.
yeah, I'm
Way to figure it out.
woosah. All right. Next thing, again, in surprises of the year, hanging with Bucky Lassick. Something I was not on my bingo card at the beginning of the year at all. And that happened right at the beginning of the year. He ended up being cool as shit. I mean, hell, we got mooned by Bucky Lassick. That happened. Dylan, we got mooned by Bucky Lassick. X Games.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit more
gold
than
medalist
mooned.
Bucky Lassick mooned. Oh yeah, dude. I think there was some.
You
there
know
was
what's
some
even
showed ball in
crazier
there
is when
too.
he tracked us down or like stopped us to talk at PRI.
Yeah, that was cool too. I forgot all about that. Yeah, we're just wandering through PRI, and he's like, "Hey guys," I'm like, "Holy shit, it's Bucky. What's up?" We went and hung out
Yeah,
with him.
what a weird feeling. Like, whoa, why are you
He's-
tracking us now? What?
One of my favorite Subaru people.
And he is Subaru people, and that's like,
Yeah.
I was worried when I heard he was going to be at pit race that he was going to be like other celebrity-esque style people that have came to grid life, and I just really have not vibed with. I'm not going to mention any names, Adam LZ. But he's not that at all. He is just a super approachable, cool Subaru guy. Like he is, if you want to go shoot the shit Subarus with him, he is down to talk. Just super down to earth dude. It was awesome. Just hanging out with him as a Subaru enthusiast. So it was great.
Castle Steaks.
Yeah, and oh my God, we went to that absolute worst dinner ever with him, and we all laughed our asses off. It was total trash, and it honestly makes it more memorable. It's better that dinner was shit. So
I agree.
next surprise of the year, Subaru announcing 2 STI concepts. One actually looks like it's going to happen in some form or another. I don't know what they're releasing today or tomorrow. Supposedly
Tomorrow.
Tokyo Auto Show is going to show something, or the Auto Salon or whatever. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think that is exactly what they were showing. We're going to see. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about those STI concepts. A few weeks ago, they announced those, and it kind of came out of left field. They showed an electric one that everybody was kind of like, eh, and then they showed a proper, like, kind of cross-track based manual transmission proper STI, and all of the Subaru community went, for fuck's sakes, please build that. And we think they're gonna now. We're hyped. Everybody was like,
if they
the
don't
hedge is
now,
sick.
everyone's gonna be mad.
We're gonna tear the walls down. I'm sorry, because they just proved they can make it and can make it quickly. And that's what really, I think, will aggravate us to no end. So, yeah. So that was surprising as shit. Okay. So the winner of Surprise of the Year is, well, it's none of those. It's Boogie being the most reliable car in Grid Life Street Mod. I mean, what in the hell was that? So to accept this award, we're going to have Dylan on. I mean, how can we not? He's the reason that this thing stayed reliable. But Dylan, you won a thingy.
This is a surprise to me as well. This was not on my bingo card.
Dude, what? Really? I mean, like, I don't think it was on anybody's bingo card. And I think the top 2 people's bingo card it wasn't on was you and I. Okay? Like, we know that it was always some shit. You know what I mean? And especially the season we had last year, at every point during this season, we're like, it's going to bite us any second. It's going to be a cam gear. It's going to be, you know, something like the timing belt's going to snap. Something horrible is going to happen that was completely out of our control. And it just didn't. I mean, now a lot of that was the amount of time you put in between these events and at these events. And a lot of people saw that, you know, and I hope people understand the amount of time that Dylan put into this was monumental. Every single night at these events, he's nut and bolting the entire damn car. He's going over all of it, and he's freaking out because he's waiting for this other shoe to drop and do us in. And it just, due to that maintenance regimen, I think is the reason that it stayed alive.
I also did not think the car was going to be super reliable, and I work on it. But racing wise, I mean, you really never know what's going to happen. You beat the crap out of the car, and I'm kind of always ready. Sometimes you catch me off guard, actually, like ripping the shifter out of the car a day before the event with the sequential. Yeah, we found out. I mean, thankfully we did it at the shop, you know, like,
yeah.
I really wanted, there was one event, I think it was Chicago. I'm bringing white pants with me. One of these damn events, I'm wearing white pants.
Yes.
And it might be the worst fucking luck. But there is something that I want to achieve as someone who runs a race program and works on a race car, is being able to be like, oh, I just checked my fluids this weekend and everything's good to go. I'm wearing white pants, damn it. So if you ever see me in white pants, please know that the weekend went very good. I have not gotten to wear white pants yet. I have gotten very close to just being able to check fluids on the car, and as always, I kind of look over the car no matter what. I mean, I nut and bolt the car, every session, because Boogie is also Boogie and has a mind of its own. But through the rebuild of 2024 into 25, you know, I was actually talking about this with someone last night. It's the amount of hours that I did put in, and the support that I have between, you know, Forklift, Dewey, Jordan, Joanna here, you know, everyone around it. I had to consistently look at Joanna 2024 when we were wiring the car up and rebuilding it. And I would say, I know I'm pounding my dick into the ground right now, and this looks really crazy, but I promise you it's going to become something great. And 2024 was not great,
No, it was awful.
but
It made both
I
of
can
us totally
confidently,
question what the fuck we were doing.
yeah, I will confidently sit here and say, well, 2025 was, and all the hard work that had gone into it between everyone that helped, um, including myself. I'm very thankful that the car was as reliable as it could be, and I'm glad Boogie was nice to us this year.
Yeah, the gods finally. I think it was just we paid our dues in 2024, and I think we overpaid, so it was kind of our tax return coming in.
I
It was
don't.
our karma tax return.
What I went through in 2024, I don't wish for anybody.
Hey, most
And
people
I
would have
don't.
walked away from the whole situation with how bad 24 went. People don't understand it. It was so bad that we had such a good time at pit race because we were basically delirious and just laughing at how stupid all of this is at this point.
Yeah, it was. Being now 2026, I still try to think about how to put it into words and video. I took a lot of videos of recording myself, like, hey, we're doing this to the car and that. And I was like, one day I'm going to build a video, and I still don't think I've processed 2024 enough um to do that.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think the championship this year still has hit me. I got to be real. The trophy is sitting on my kitchen table still. I look at it every day.
Dude, you guys
Uh,
got to go drink some beers for that. You know what? I've got to make my way out there no matter what. Okay.
yeah.
I got to do like a quarterly visit anyway. So when I come out there, we need to make it a point to go have a championship celebration dinner, like kind of thing. Anybody who really
Yeah.
helped
No,
out
no,
with
no.
it, anybody who was, especially all the people that came out to pit race, and helped out. If they can go, we want to make sure they go, and I want everybody to get together. So cool. Well,
But
but
yeah, it was
just
what a
nuts.
wild thing. A Subaru. I'm a talk shit, which I normally don't do, but
No,
for
never.
anyone that says a Subaru can't make it a full season, I saw someone talking crap about Subaru drivers sell their tickets before the event.
Yeah.
Uh Come get it.
Yep. We went 8 events. 8. That wasn't even like the minimum amount of events. We went 8 fucking events. And we drove
Yep.
on the trailer every single event.
Yep. In a nice, clean, organized trailer,
Thanks to Forklift.
and not not
It got at so 7 of the events were in a nice, clean, organized trailer. Let's be real. CMP was a
was clean
disaster.
and organized.
CMP, did he go through it in CMP?
Yeah, he went through it before the season started.
Oh, okay.
The disaster was the trailer itself.
The trailer itself fell apart, and then hats off, special nomination, whatever, to JJ for allowing us to use that trailer this year, because it was a godsend. It's huge. And then Forklift again sold the shit trailer for an absurd amount. Like, that trailer was trashed. I could not believe he got what he got for that. It was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, so we've I think I have a thingy award for everyone that's ever helped out on this program this year. To all of you guys, you all earn a thingy award.
Yep.
For all the help, whether it's just hanging out and help clean the trailer to just any support. I mean, whatsoever into this program, we wouldn't be able to do it without all of you.
It was on nobody's bingo card. And it surprised everybody, including the entire Grid Life field. Like, they were astounded at the fact that not only did we run, we pulled the car on the trailer at every single event. Every single event thing drove back on the trailer. We had some weird issues here and there. Okay. We had a weird oil leak at one thing that we had to fix, and stuff. It isn't that like we didn't have a 0 incident season, but I don't think that happens with anybody. Everybody's car had some sort of small issue or something they were dealing with, and you know, I you could literally like go down the line. Um, but it was incredible, and it's just proof that if you put enough work into these, um, if you put enough work into this platform and you know what you're doing, it's extraordinarily viable. It's as viable as any other platform, because the platform everybody tells you to get, aka a Supra or some BMW based thing lately, is what everybody seems to be on their thing about, or even Corvettes. They have their own issues too. Like every car has issues when you use it on track. So it's nuts. So the final topic of the night is the most insane episode of the year. Okay, this is just the craziest damn episode we had all year. And we had some wild ones. Some of these are like, how are they going to affect the future? These kind of can fall under episode of the year, but this is like, these are the ones that I think like, these conversations either like shook our community or moved the needle in some way, or were just honestly like for our weird little podcast community were either a lot of fun or just, it was totally unhinged and crazy to listen to, whatever. These are the insane episodes. So first nominee is Catching Up with Micah McMahon, episode 73. That was wild. Again, his story is insane. And if you haven't listened to that, I can't stress it enough. Go listen to that episode. It was wild. Next one is number 70, and it was called This Could Be Massive, and that was with Nick from Subi Mods. And basically, them throwing in as hard as they did with Grid Life is still wild to me. And then they're doing it again, and I think it paid off really well. But it was honestly, it was kind of vindicating for me, because I'm like, I've been screaming at a lot of these companies to do this, and they're finally starting to listen. And from the sounds of what I'm hearing from a bunch of these companies at PRI, they're really starting to listen. I think you're about to see a whole lot more Time Attack content from some of your favorite companies this year. I can tell you that. The next one, episode 89, Brian with iWire. That was wild. That their DCCD controller, which is actually a CAN controller, if that takes off the way I think it might, that's going to be an absolute mind fuck in what that can do. I'm very hyped to get this Bug Eye, because I am getting one of those immediately. They're already up on their site. You haven't checked that out, listen to that episode. You'll see why this is such a big deal. Listen to that episode. There is so much you can do with this quote unquote DCCD controller. It'll blow your mind. It's nuts. Cannot stress enough. Definitely go check that out.
We talked, me and you talked to Brian about it, PRI a little bit more. Like,
Yeah.
we got into more detail about it since then. About it then.
It is the development of that thing is snowballing like crazy. Again, one of the biggest reasons I want to get this Bug Eye is it's going to work really well with that. You know, I've been doing so much race oriented stuff that I have kind of, I unfortunately don't do enough of the fun street stuff, and this Bug Eye is going to allow me to do some of that more street relatable stuff. We do a lot of track relatable stuff, but street relatable stuff. So I think it's going to be great. I hope you guys are psyched about being on board with that, because I definitely am. Then next one, again, most insane episodes of the year. Episode 107, the hotel chat at PRI. And why? Because Warranty Strip Club adventure was just fucking funny. It was so good.
Amazing.
I'm very upset I missed all of that.
Oh my God, it was so funny, dude. If you have not listened to that episode yet, Dylan, you need to listen to that episode.
I haven't, so I will have to listen to it at work tomorrow.
He'd never been to a strip club. So
no, I knew that.
It's so good.
Well, the entire next day, I was up, I went to bed early that night, so I was up and at him the next morning.
Yeah.
And
he was dead.
And man, yeah, everyone was like, I think Warranty went to bed at like 4 a.m. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he did. He came in like a fucking wrecking ball. Oh my
Dude, was
God, he
kicking shit
literally
over.
3:34 in the morning.
We're all out cold and we all
barreling
get
into the
woke up because
hotel
he
room.
is just like knocking shit over and like, oh my God, dude, it was insane. Yeah, listen to that episode. It was a really good time. Okay. And then okay, so those are our nominees, and the winner is, I mean, it's episode 100. What are we talking about? We're sitting at pit race with Bucky and Nick having a great time chatting about the whole season. Like, dude, that episode was so nuts. You take a step back and think about what we were even doing in that. Like, if 18-year-old me could see that episode, anything in between that episode and whatever has happened in life would seem like bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm sitting on a couch with Bucky Lassick and Nick at a racetrack talking about winning a championship. Like, what?
Yeah, it was. I got to jump in because I was having shenanigans. Pit race this year was
crazy.
Was kind of. Yeah, I mean the whole thing, because we weren't the fastest, and it was there a lot happened, and sitting on the podcast with Nick and jumping in and hanging out with Bucky and kind of I'm still at a loss for words because you're right, 18-year-old me. If you would have told 18-year-old me that I would be doing this and or hanging out with the people I hang out with and meeting the people I meet and becoming friends with some of these people that were, iconic to me growing up, I wouldn't believe you. So, yeah.
It's
that
nuts.
It's
nuts. It's nuts.
Forklift freaking out at dinner that we're having dinner with Bucky.
Yeah.
Is still...
As we're getting we're getting served by this dude with pants that went up to his frickin' nipples. The worst steak we've ever ate in our life.
It was bad.
God, it was bad. I'm pretty sure they just ran it over in the parking lot. It was so bad. Yeah. That was crazy. That was the craziest episode of the year by a long shot. Like, if you just want to hear one insane episode, that's it. Just listen to that episode. Like, it was nuts. All right. On that note, it's a high note. I'm loving it. That was the 2025 Thingy Awards. We appreciate you guys coming out, and Jordan's gonna play some really corny music right now, probably a little voiceover action, and it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun, and we will see you guys next year at the 2026 Thingy Awards, because we're gonna make this a thing. I like the Thingy Awards, so we're just gonna keep doing them.
Oh yeah, annual Thingy Awards.
Annual Thingy Awards.
We should get actual thingies.
Maybe we should get and send some
something.
thingies to people. Maybe we'll print some stupid shit out. I don't know. Whatever. It's been real. We'll see you guys next year.
This has been the 2025 Thingy Awards.